up? Central Tuesday. Do a team fine for that, for being late. Phil late as well. You're fined.
Ladies and gentlemen, Marty Mush.
Fined. You're fined, and you're fined.
I was sitting there just talking.
Can't piss Phil off. He might kill you in your sleep. Cars.com, brought to you by Cars.com. Cars.com is a leading digital marketplace that connects car shoppers with their perfect car, celebrating 25 years of helping shoppers research, find inventory, finance, and sell cars. Wherever life takes you next and whoever you're looking to be, there's a car for that on Cars.com. Up to 50,000 cars are added daily to Cars.com. Shop over 2 million cars for 2 million possibilities. Find your next possibility on Cars.com. Where to next? The best thing you can find out there, Cars.com. Like I said, if you want to get specific or you want to get general, Cars.com has the ability to sort all that stuff. Cars.com, go check it out. So, open the show. Kind of weird, no Monday night game last night.
Yeah, I don't
talk about. So,
first time in like history.
Kind of bizarre.
Yeah.
But we do have a lot of baseball. Smitty, you saw the game? Was there a game? Did you watch it? We didn't watch it.
Look like a different color.
Baseball?
You do.
Football.
Marty has jaundice.
Sorry.
Marty's liver stopped working.
I would just like to say that I saw Marty on camera and I started turning up the brightness because I was like, something doesn't look right.
You don't look like that in real life. I don't know why. You
Bizarre.
looks sicker than I do. Which is impressive.
Very bizarre. Can you pull up the series prices as well? Just because I wrote down individual games.
Let's just do it.
So no. It's the Giants need to be the story. It's just not. Listen, they overachieved last year. You thought you can kind of go in on what you had. We're not playing well. Saquon obviously being out is a massive, massive deal. Like, I think Daniel Jones looks his best when he has a top-tier running back, maybe one of the best in the league, probably top 3, top 4, top 2, up there. Yeah, I mean, top running back at times can be the best when he's healthy. So that helps your offense. That reliance helps your offense. He does not look good. Daniel Jones does not look good. And it is what it is. Like the Giants, we've scored, other than the 28 points against the Cardinals, I think we've totaled 15 points in 3 games. 0 against the Cowboys, 3 last night, 12 against the 49ers. Like, it hasn't been good.
Let me hear what Smirky's got to say over there.
I mean,
not you. It's Smitty.
I do want to say this. I want to say this. Sorry, Smitty. Let me hit on my team first.
One sec. Because I got to talk first, too. So you relax back there.
Okay.
What, Smitty?
No, it's not smirking. It's not smirking. It's a genuine question. You guys have played objectively 8 halves this year, and 7 of them have been dog shit. Correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. Andrew Thomas, from an outsider's perspective, being out hurts way more than Saquon.
Oh, 100%.
Both things can be true, though.
Way more. Yeah, both things are true. But
100%.
I don't think even Saquon's saving yourselves from that offensive line, even with Andrew Thomas in there.
So this is what I want.
Offensive line.
The Giants suck, 100%. I'm not defending Daniel Jones when I say this. But you tell me a quarterback that can succeed with getting sacked 11 times in one game.
Justin Fields.
He didn't
Succeed?
Didn't succeeded. That was a wrong answer.
Justin Herbert.
Has he succeeded? No.
11 sacks in a game is tough. And a lot of those sacks were not his fault.
Justin Herbert has got sacked 11 times. So what I'm saying is I get he's not the best quarterback. He is an average quarterback and can be above average at some points when he has time to throw the ball. I tweeted a video.
Sorry. The other part of that, of the 11 sacks, in all truthfulness, how many did he... Were you like, oh, you can't take that sack? You know when you hold on to
2 or 3 maybe.
Maybe 1, 2?
Yeah.
I think 2.
That's the more so the point.
Yes.
Guys were on him like that.
Don't get me wrong. If you're a bad quarterback and you're holding on to the ball, I could see you getting to 11 sacks because you won't get rid of it. You're standing there too long. Like
Zach Wilson takes too long to throw.
If it's on you a little bit. I mean, he just had
Justin Fields takes so long to throw.
Numbers in his face all day long.
I just think that, I don't know if we're not allowed to show any, like even if I tweeted highlights, right?
Like, can we show anything on here?
Yeah.
No,
probably not.
So I tweeted a video. Evan Neal blocked our own guy, and just a guy went straight past him, and he pushed our own receiver into somebody, went straight past him. You can't blame everything on Daniel Jones. It's easiest to do because he's a dumb-looking guy, and it's easy to blame the quarterback. But there's a lot of other problems. I don't get why Giants fans, because that's what I want Meek to go now, because he freaked out on Daniel Jones. It's like, if you're just not watching the game if you don't think it's completely him.
Let me move the camera a little closer so I can be seen.
God, don't.
All right.
The New York Giants have led for 23 total seconds this season. In 2 home games, we have 3 total points. Now, is the quarterback position not the most important position on the field?
Yep.
Okay.
Actually, no. I would say the offensive line is a
So
pretty
then
big,
why,
thing.
There's nuance there, though, Phil. You're arguing
that's
black
what
and
I'm
white
saying.
things.
Why do
It's not-
quarterbacks get paid $40 million then?
You're not like. See,
You're asking questions. You're not giving answers.
He can definitely play.
This is
better.
what you do. You ask questions and you don't provide solutions.
Clemmer, can I stick up for you? Because that might be the best thing you've said on this show.
He just said yes. You're right.
Sincerely, like, that is a great point.
He doesn't answer any of your questions.
No.
He just
So-
says this.
Ask more.
I just want to say this. Daniel Jones, he had 5 interceptions all of last season.
Right.
Did a great job not turning the ball over. That's why he was so good. It's not like Daniel Jones just lit up defenses all season. No, he took care of the ball, and we won a bunch of close games because when you don't turn over the ball, gives your defense a chance, your odds of winning a close game are so much better when you don't turn over the ball, you win a turnover margin. He's turned the ball over like crazy. Last night he cost us 14 points for the Seahawks. Let's say he doesn't fumble, that's 7 points off for the Seahawks. He doesn't throw the pick 6 and throw the touchdown. Okay, it's a 14-point swing. It's a 14-10 game.
No, the pick 6 is inexcusable.
It was 100% on Joe.
Yeah, he missed Darren Waller wide open in the
100%
end zone.
on him. But I just don't like when Giants fans it's just no reason. It's not just him. We also saw what he did last year.
So
with a very not good team.
yeah, we saw him not turn over the ball.
Yeah, so we know he can do it.
He's capable. He could definitely play better.
It's hard to play worse.
Tommy Smokes brought up a good. Well, first of all, that red zone interception that had nothing to do with the line, that had nothing to do with the players. That was him, and that was awful. But Meek has a great.
Wow.
Did you just say that? I've been frozen in and out. Rico.
No.
Oh, Rigo just got rebuffed.
I think he's still mad I didn't pick Missouri. I'll have to text him.
I think
Ofer on
also
the waves. Is it maybe tinted? Is that hurting me?
I think with the Giants, from an outside perspective too, just when you have someone like Daniel Jones, when you're not comfortable in the pocket with an offensive line, like again, I'm not. That pick 6 was fucking awful. But when you're not comfortable,
that changed the game though, because that would have cut it to what?
14-10.
Yeah, I mean that's
like I was saying this last night to you guys. Like, there's probably like 3 quarterbacks that can make the Giants like that much better.
That's
like
what I
the
was
pieces
talking
around him
about
better. Like
this
Patrick
morning.
Mahomes, Josh Allen.
Josh Allen might have trouble with this team right now.
No, he wouldn't.
It's not like a guarantee. It's not a guarantee.
It's not a guarantee that Josh Allen has a great team around him.
He has a number
hasn't
1
got to the
receiver in
Super Bowl.
Stephon Diggs.
So we're talking about situations in the NFL. I just want to point out, C.J. Stroud, taken 2nd overall. He's playing with backup O-linemen, no-name wide receivers. They're averaging 24 points a game on offense.
Yeah, let's judge a guy off of 4 games. Let's
I'm
just change
just-
everything.
I'm just saying.
What about Daniel Jones last year? Then
Daniel
he played
Jones in
great.
year
So if you're
5,
just doing,
and we're giving him
You're doing it
excuses.
wrong though. You just contradicted yourself.
Tommy Smokes actually put out a perfect tweet about Daniel Jones. He said, I've gone back and forth for 5 years on if I think Daniel Jones is the guy or not. 1 week I do, 1 week I don't. The fact that I still don't know makes me think he probably is not.
Yes.
yeah,
that's fair.
And now the tough part is we're money committed.
We're not though.
Yeah.
We have 2 years of. We have 1 more year of him after this. We can get rid of him right after that.
The situation was not in the Giants' favor. What else were you going to
Right.
do?
That's the
so
best
you know
part.
they had a they had a good year last year. They won a playoff game, went to the 2nd round. Daniel Jones is not good. He's not bad. He's
bad.
No, he's not, Phil. There are bad quarterbacks.
Are you
he's
watching
not bad.
the games and
He's
telling me he's
not
not
bad.
bad?
Things are not black and white all the time. There is nuance.
Do you think he's
in
a
things.
bottom 10 quarterback?
Yes,
though?
No, he's
easily.
not.
Easily bottom 10.
That's
Bro,
where you
you're
lose
so
me.
stupid, ladies. You're not. He's not. Like, let's be real here. He's not a bottom 10 quarterback.
It's just really funny that Justin Fields you mocked in a game that he scored 28 points.
He's had the worst. They had the worst
And you're
record in
giving
the
Daniel
NFL.
Jones every excuse in the book when a game where he put up 3
if
total
you want
points.
me to be serious for a second, yes, I'm always going to have to Justin Fields because, 1, he has not been successful at all, ever. Not once has he been successful in the NFL. He's done nothing to succeed. He had the worst record in the NFL. And that's also his team does suck as well.
And
I get that.
Phil,
I
the Broncos
understand.
got put 70 on them.
Like, what are you talking
And
about?
then you go at Justin Herbert, where
No,
he's a
you're
much
not-
better quarterback than Daniel Jones is.
Yeah, obviously I know he is. I'm not a fucking moron, but
Yeah.
I can admit when I'm being an idiot, and you can't. Like, I know Justin Herbert isn't a clutch quarterback, but yes, he's more talented than Daniel Jones. I'm not an idiot. But when I can admit something when I'm wrong, you are an idiot just that says, "Oh, he's a bottom 10 quarterback because we're 1-3 now."
No, he's a bottom 10 quarterback because he's been bad in 4 to 5 years.
No, he hasn't been. It wasn't bad last year. Literally, it wasn't. That's just
Yeah,
stats.
4 to 5 years he's been bad. Last year was the one average
This
year.
is like I'm just talking to someone. It's just not. There's just no.
2 years
accountability.
ago, the whole narrative was if Daniel Jones doesn't turn the ball over, he could be a pretty damn good
and
quarterback.
he didn't turn the
last
ball
year,
over last year.
Yeah, and he was a pretty damn good
And now
quarterback.
he's turned the ball over again. That
No,
year
but
was an
you're
aberration.
taking no accountability from when we.
But the rest of the team is weak around him, Phil.
Yes.
That's what you don't seem to understand. Phil, Phil, let me ask you this. Do you think the rest of the Giants team, especially on the offensive side, is a good team?
I think it's something a $40 million quarterback should be able to
No,
do.
that's not what I asked you.
I think
That's
it's
not what I asked
not
you.
what I
Answer the
asked.
question.
I
You're an
think
idiot.
it's
I want you to
something
answer this question.
I
The
don't
Their
think
best
it's that-
offensive skill player is hurt.
I don't
The wide
think it's
receivers
that
are
great.
trash.
Who's our number one receiver, Phil?
Well, technically he's tight end, but Darren Waller.
There you go.
All right, so who's your number
That's
one
a
receiver?
That's a problem.
Who's your number one wide receiver, Phil?
I really can't even tell you.
Okay, so you think this is a
Who
good
you going
team?
I think it's something an average quarterback should be able to win.
No, that's not what I'm asking.
God, bro.
You can't answer a direct
I
question
don't think this
because
is a
you're a
good team.
fucking troll and it fucking ruins you.
Clemmer, I don't think he's good. I think this team sucks. I think they win 4 or 5 games all year.
And that's all Daniel Jones' fault?
Which quarterbacks could fix the Giants
That's
right now?
wrong.
There's 3 quarterbacks.
That's wrong.
Ken.
It's not all Daniel Jones' fault, and you know that. You are being duplicitous. You are being wrong.
You know, I think it's really funny.
Phil, do you
that-
think Aaron Rodgers is a good quarterback?
I think Aaron Rodgers is fine.
Oh, he's fine.
I mean, are we talking?
He
Are
didn't
we
make the
talking
playoffs
healthy?
last. He didn't make the playoffs last year because he didn't.
I thought he
have-
was awful last year.
But he's one of the best quarterbacks of all time. But he didn't have a lot. He had no weapons at all. Not even one. He made a lot of them the best he could, and he couldn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is also a Hall of Fame quarterback, though.
That's.
I don't even care about the Giants, and he has me so mad right now. You think that offensive line is good?
No, I think it's awful.
I also.
Okay,
want
so you think the
everyone-
Giants' offense is good?
No, I think it's awful.
I want everyone to know Phil's a Giants fan too. That's how stupid.
The offense is bad without.
The offense
It's
is
just horrible.
I
That's
don't
why
think
I keep betting against this team. I know you guys think it's not a bit. I think
thought
the
the-
Giants suck.
I
I
thought the
think the
defense
defense
really.
is bad.
I mean, as bad as it was, if he scores that touchdown, like we're in that game. That's one
I
of
don't
those.
know.
It's like how the fuck did they win that game?
I don't know if they might have
Defense
the
handed
worst
them 14
wide receiving
we-
core in the NFL.
I agree.
Yes.
I have to rescind
We
something,
said
by the
it
way.
last year too.
I have to rescind something that I called.
Just as bad.
I called Dable the QB whisperer because I really thought last year he changed Daniel Jones. I got to take that back.
There's something going
no,
on
no,
there.
Are we firing Brian Dable now?
Nah, there's just
I just
going on there.
Jesus
What?
Christ.
They don't like each other. It's very evident.
Phil, name a better NFL receiving core or a worse NFL receiving core than the Giants.
The Patriots.
I think it's close.
No, it's not close.
You guys know I hate the Patriots wide receiver core, and I actually think theirs is better
It's
than the
better.
Giants.
It is.
That's
It's-
insane.
Giants.
Like,
So
we
Phil,
have a bunch of
you
B
admit
receivers.
the wide receivers are bad, and you admit the offensive line is bad. But this is all Daniel Jones' fault?
Yeah.
See, yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
So that
It's on the
just
quarterback.
it proves-
No, wait a minute. The quarterback
We
gets
can
all
move
the
on,
credit
then.
when they
We
play
can move
when they
on.
play
No,
average.
no,
He's
No, he
none of the
didn't.
blame.
No, they didn't. No, he didn't.
And not only that, but they're playing
He
with a
got
backup.
all the credit
They're
last
playing
year.
with a
He got paid
backup running
fucking
back.
$160 million.
I feel like I'm listening to like WFAN
Yeah.
and like legitimately Meek from like Queens is calling in.
But we can
Yeah,
move on.
Meek is an idiot caller you want to hang up on.
Right.
Move on
yes.
because he literally just exposed himself saying.
Can we do like a poll in the
Yeah.
chat? Like, is Daniel Jones a good quarterback? I guarantee
That's
you
just-
no
No,
one
the
will.
question.
question
No one's saying he's a good quarterback, Phil.
But then what are we arguing here? I say he sucks, and you're
There's
saying
because
you disagree.
there's a middle ground, Phil. In life, there is nuance. You're gonna learn this. There is not just good and bad. There is a middle ground
And
with
he's
things.
not in that middle ground. He sucks.
I don't want to say this, Phil, because I hate these
Say it.
people.
Just
I
say
thought
it.
he
No,
played
do you-
well last night in terms of
do you,
completion
like-
percentage. at
28,
least, like,
34
yeah,
last
he didn't put us in a bad
You
spot.
know
on
what that
missed
means?
throws.
Because
Football
he
is
didn't
like
have
a
a lot
team
of time
game.
to throw. He
Yes.
had no time to throw, and he was still accurate.
He had
when it
time
was
to throw on the
28.
pick six.
Well, the other problem is 180.
One.
Yes,
you shouldn't
one
have-
play can cost you a
so
game.
Patrick Mahomes sucks. Then
You shouldn't have 28 completions.
Mahomes sucks. No.
187 yards.
Patrick Mahomes sucks. I saw him throw 2 picks, really bad picks last week. Patrick Mahomes horrible. That's what he is.
You get more leeway with 2 Super Bowls, I will say that. But like,
If Daniel Jones had 2 Super Bowls, I would not.
No, 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 no.
On my side.
come on, just let me cook. But
Can
like,
we just agree that the Giants' offense is awful right now? And
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
Jones
third
right now
that's why I
ranked
was-
offense in the sport.
Been terrible all year.
I don't want to. This is where my big brain comes into play. Giants, succeeding expectations last year actually comes back to bite them because their over-under win-loss was like the same this year to last year. Like everybody still was like, this is not a good team. They succeeded expectations last year. They had higher expectations with the same amount of talent surrounding them this
Do you
year.
think it's succeeding expectations or exceeding expectations?
I don't know.
It's exceeding.
What did he say?
Succeeding.
I would rather Daniel Jones
do
have
that.
bombed out last year,
Speak a
so we
little
could have
too
gotten
fast.
off him
Big
as
difference.
opposed to just giving.
So
him
you
this
could just do the
2-year contract.
continuous cycle of getting
Yes.
a quarterback?
Yes,
Okay.
I would like to dump a bad quarterback. To try
I don't know.
to
We've done
try
that in the
again.
Jets for 13 years. How's that working out for us?
And maybe
let's
the Chiefs did that for years too, and maybe and now they have Patrick
let's
Mahomes.
go. Let's move on
We'll
because
move on.
because
Daniel
you're
Jones sucks.
obviously wrong, so it's fine.
I mean, I will say the big picture though is the Giants are fucked this year. Their offense is obviously horrible. You guys are in for a rough year. I think you guys finally acknowledge that now. But you guys did say, in fairness, that Seahawks game was a must-win. You said if we lose this, we're fucked.
Yeah, and the NFC's well now
Play the Dolphins and the
you
Bills.
can kind of reset it if you steal one of the next two.
Oh, if they beat the Bills or the Dolphins, I'm back in.
Like you're just
That's.
so.
But you guys, I'm not gonna make this about me, but you guys laughed at me when I said that yesterday. Like seriously, getting a 5.
No, I mean that's just the NFL.
That's
But,
just
well, you
being
have
a
to go
fan
in.
of your team.
Listen,
I
right. If you're not fucking delusional about
dude,
your
if they
teams,
win,
what's the point?
if they win both, you obviously know what's going on. Now it's just setting
They're
your
going to be like
expectations.
9-point dogs in both these
Yeah,
games.
do I
We already
really?
are in one of them.
Yeah, Phil. That's what I'm saying. Do I really think
No.
they're going to win? Absolutely not. They're bad. They're not playing well.
If
Phil-
you're not
Phil's
players
delusional
in
Monday
street
to
ball.
Sunday, if you're not delusional Monday to Friday, then what are you doing?
Phil,
Yeah, fair enough.
Phil's Frank the Tank of the Giants.
Yeah, they're not good. All right.
Wait, can I ask one more question
go
for you
ahead.
guys before we go off? Seriously, what quarterbacks do you think could make the Giants a playoff team right now? That's like
Only the three. I think
don't
Hurts,
even-
Mahomes.
I don't even know if Hurts can.
I don't know if Hurts.
Allen.
Can
You
either.
want me to
Yeah,
name
I
some
don't know.
guys off? Mahomes, Allen, Lamar.
Well, it's
Herbert.
Mahomes
No,
has a
Lamar can't.
Mahomes has a history, but it's all the factors. Like, so who's calling the plays? Dable? Like, I don't know if he's as good as Reed. There's a lot of things in there, but you're telling me
One quarterback.
who one? Yeah, the quarterbacks who
Mahomes
make
might be the
no-name
only one.
receivers
Even
look good.
that's-
Yeah, it's it.
Even that's close.
I don't
is-
even think Josh Allen can.
There is just let me help me out here.
Statistically.
There is statistical evidence that when a quarterback gets a true number one wide receiver, how much the stats go up. Like you look at
Yeah.
Josh Allen when he got Stephon Diggs, how much it goes up. When Jalen Hurts got AJ Brown, how much his stats go up. Like Daniel Jones, I'm not saying he's a great quarterback. I'm not saying he's a bottom 10 quarterback. I think he's perfectly average. And
That's
if he
what
gets a
we've been
number
all
one
been
wide
saying.
receiver, that potentially
Right.
his stats could go up and people can start
Real
talking about him
quick.
as a franchise quarterback that deserves the money that he gets.
Real quick, take Patrick Mahomes out of the equation. We all agree he's in his own spot. Look at the best quarterbacks in the NFL right now. You go Josh Allen. He's got Stephon Diggs. You got, and people still say Joe Burrow. He's got
Jamar Chase.
He's got
Yeah.
T. Higgins. He's got them all. Tua. He's got fucking Waddle and Hill. Jalen Hurts has Devonta Smith and AJ Brown. I can keep
Even
going.
Kirk Cousins
Cousins,
as
Justin
Jefferson.
Marty, most of these guys, they were on their rookie deals, which helped them get these players. Daniel Jones signed a $40 million contract.
He was on a rookie deal too when we had him.
What else were
What
you
are you talking
The thing
about?
is, Phil,
Well, yeah,
Phil, what else,
who
what
did he
else are
have?
the Giants going to do, though?
Who did he have? Who did they get when he was on his rookie deal?
Kenny Galladay, who sucks.
Exactly. So you're proving
We
my
gotta go
point.
get a. We gotta get a
Hey,
big
look,
name
Darren
receiver.
Waller put asses in the seats with the Raiders. You guys just don't throw to him.
No,
we don't.
there's no time to pass to him. It's like seriously, I was trying
But
to
when
figure it
he's
out.
when he's the only option to take seriously when guys run routes.
Yeah, they take him.
He's going to get doubled up. Like, it's
Whatever.
a mess.
We'll win 5 games
Last-
this year. And
Last comment
excuses.
comment on the Giants from my end.
We're
I don't
in
know why I'm so
Miami this
passionate about it,
weekend?
but do you guys think I was watching last night? I think Saquon is the only running back in the NFL that can make that offensive line look salvageable. Like I don't even know if there's holes when he's playing. He just makes the holes. Am I crazy to say that?
McCaffrey.
No, he's really good.
McCaffrey, yeah,
That's it.
McCaffrey, yeah.
That's it.
Marty made a good point yesterday, too. He said if you took Daniel Jones and put him in the Niners, we'd have such a different opinion of Daniel Jones. I think that's totally right.
Of course, it's just a
That's the
situation.
NFL.
Yeah,
It's
it's like
situations.
it's not just the quarterback; it's the situation you're in.
Exactly.
And that's where.
And that's the, I think we're all agree on.
And listen,
that.
even I can admit Justin Fields has a very hard time in that he's got awful situation. He even has better receivers than Daniel Jones, and that's crazy to say.
He does.
Looks like Steve from Jerry Springer.
I don't want to comment anymore about the Giants. I'm looking
We
forward
don't-
to
we don't
next
look good.
October 25th.
We don't look good. It is what it is. All right, baseball playoffs start today.
Oh.
Clemmer, you can pull up the series prices.
Got 'em.
So first format that I don't like. I was under the assumption. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention to the scroll when it came across. We're going 3-4. Marty's going to hate this. 3-4, 7, and 8 is tough. I like the give it to me at 1 o'clock.
Oh,
Give me a true
I
day game.
like that.
Well, you hate when I do times of games.
No. I love you got that wrong. I love when you're truly passionate about times of games and scheduling.
I'm already excited. December 20th.
Look at your face, bro. Your
you got
feet are up.
Duke Baylor, and then you got Bama, Arizona at night around Christmas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's nice.
I'm entirely on Rico's side. I like when it was 1-4, 7, 10. I had baseball all day, and I like to stay up late. So now the game's going to be over by 11 o'clock. I'll have nothing to do for 3 hours before I go to bed. This sucks.
I just like it getting early. And also bouncing. Like, there is something to watching the one game. That's why I like when they go ALCS, NLCS. Like, all right, I got the one game you can focus on, you know?
In fairness, there are no West Coast games today. There just aren't.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, Arizona.
It's in Milwaukee.
No, but they're in Milwaukee.
Right.
Yeah, but you couldn't have gone. No, but then Smitty, you could go
You can start games at 9 o'clock.
1, 4, 6,
Texas.
8, 8:30 is not the worst. Like stagger the two middles.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they're doing 8, so I guess they're kind of.
8's pretty late for the East Coast to start. I mean, that's a World Series start.
What are we doing here? But there's a 4
Not the
games.
worst thing in the world.
Whatever.
I would have liked 1 o'clock. So either way, all right. Rangers, Rays, open it up. Montgomery against Glasnow. Rays minus 145 in this game. Does anybody have a strong opinion?
Minus 175 in the series.
What's crazy is that the Rangers, I'll be honest, with football going on, I thought the Rangers had the West. I thought it was over. Then I look, I go, hold on, the Astros have a bye? What the fuck happened?
The Rangers completely melted
The
down.
tie, but the Rangers went, I think, 8-3 in their last 11, but they lost 3 out of 4 to the Mariners. So it's not like they completely melted and they blew a 10-game lead like the Mets did in 06.
No, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like the 78.
I mean, they went 8-3 in their last 11. Like, that's not bad.
The pitching staff is in shambles. So they have Jordan Montgomery going today, who's sensational. He's been awesome. He's red hot. I love Jordan Montgomery. Tomorrow they're pitching Nathan Eovaldi, who has been awful. I mean, hideously horrible since coming off the IL. That game, too, is one I would go heavy with the Rays, especially if they're going to be pitching Zach Eflin in that game. This game I'm less certain about because Montgomery's been so good. And then you never know what you get with Glasnow, right? Like Glasnow, playoffs, he's been pretty terrible. But then he had a 5 scoreless innings his last playoff start if you like to look at things like pedigree and stuff. But if you look at his season, he's been mostly up, but he's been a little bit down lately. So I'm not betting this game tonight. But tomorrow I will definitely be high on the Rays.
I'll lean Rays just because playoff games at the Trop are a bit different. It's a very hard place to play.
I would agree with that. It's a weird spot. Smitty, any kind of opinion on this one?
I'm going Rangers tonight because, like what Clemmer said with Montgomery, he's been really their only pitcher, and it's kind of like their only game. I think they might have a chance to really win, and it was plus 135, now it's plus 125. It's good value.
I really like the Rays to win this series. They're minus 175, so that's not much of a reach, but the Rays I think will definitely take care of business, and kind of like what Phil was saying, all 3 games, remember, are at the Trop.
That kills me. Jordan Montgomery. Son of a bitch.
He was bad for you.
He was like okay, and then now he's been great. But yeah, I don't. Why you guys? So you think no chance? Obviously, there's a chance, but you think there's no chance Rangers win this series?
There's a chance.
No, I think there's a chance. I think it's
absolutely a chance.
Montgomery pitches lights out, and they somehow steal Game 3. I think tomorrow's going to be really tough for them with
absolutely a
Eovaldi.
chance.
They have to win tonight.
The only Eovaldi can turn.
He's been so bad. I mean, his September numbers are atrocious.
He was like Cy Young at one point in this.
He was, and then he got hurt.
Oh, he started on fire.
Yeah.
I mean, it's simple. He got hurt and he came back. He's not ready yet.
He's an October pitcher.
Maybe, but I mean, we'll see how he does this October. We'll see. This is proof that pedigree maybe doesn't matter. As much
Shout
as
out 2018.
Blue Jays, Twins, 438. Gausman against Lopez. It's basically a coin flip. Blue Jays minus 105, Twins minus 115. I took the Blue Jays minus 1.5 plus the 165.
I did as well, Rico.
I like that.
Oh, you're the Twins guy.
Yep, I am. Here's the thing. All right, things once again it goes back to there's nuance here. So Gausman is incredible in day games. He's been sensational of late. I love Gausman here. Lopez hasn't been as great of late. But then after that, and remember, I said the Twins would win a game, which I did put money on. You can bet on that. I bet the series does go 3 games. I think that was -110. I like that play a lot. Tomorrow you have Sonny Gray going, who I love for the Twins. He's been so good of late. And the Blue Jays going to pitch Jose Berrios, so I'm not confident in it. And then they're going to pitch Chris Bassett on Game 3. He hasn't been very good on the road. So I like this series going 3 games, but I do like the Blue Jays. Gausman's really good.
Yeah. I just think it's the Twins cursed in the playoffs. I know that's the most
that's
simple.
so silly. It started in 2004. What does it matter?
It matters.
Why would that matter, Marty? Explain that.
We're not doing it again, but it's when.
What happened in 2006 affects right now?
Ask you a question.
I'll also say this. What success?
It happened last year.
Hold on.
What didn't happen last year? They made the playoffs last year.
What
Wrong.
success have the Blue Jays had with this killer lineup and build towards the playoffs? When I had them to win that division, was that the COVID year or was 2021? I think it was 2021 when they lost it on the last day of the season.
Yeah.
It was a 3-way tie with you guys and the Red Sox. So the Blue Jays gacked that, didn't make the playoffs. What did they do last year?
They made the playoffs.
Didn't make the playoffs last year. Like, this is now a circle the wagons, got to get it together, figure it out. If they have any fucking stones in that clubhouse, the Blue Jays have to hit, have to pitch, have to win. They got to take game 1.
Let me ask you a
They
question.
should be chomped. They should have slept in their uniforms last night, dying for this game.
18 losses in a row for the
Who
Twins.
cares? It
That's
doesn't
true.
matter.
The local
Let me-
media
let
is
me-
going to be
That is
going.
such a stupid narrative.
Let me
The
ask you a
local
question.
media is going to be going, hey, the Twins are really struggling in the playoffs. Hey, you guys think you can win? Hey, like they're going to be
Let me ask you a
hammering
question,
them
Clement.
like, you're the favorites here. Go get it done.
This is going against my own guy. Daniel
Not the favorite,
Jones.
by the way. It's a push.
Daniel Jones is 0-6 on Monday night, 1-12 on primetime. Does that matter?
Not well. It's this. Well, okay. It matters more because that's the same player. No one from the 2006 Twins is on this
What
team.
about last year? They were on the team?
So last year, so that's not. Oh,
2 years ago. They're still
they weren't make the playoffs last year.
I said 2 years ago.
Right. So 2 years ago they got swept in 3 games. That has more relevance to me, although a lot of those guys aren't there anymore either, than what happened in 2006. You're literally referencing something that happened 15
I
years
get
ago.
that. Obviously, it doesn't.
17
but
years ago.
18
It's so
in a
stupid.
row is not stupid.
It is stupid because it doesn't matter.
It's not the sole basis of why I'm picking against
People
the Twins. I
think,
just
like-
gave you a ton of reasons why the Blue
Think
Jays.
about that.
But there is an element that
The Blue Jays made the playoffs last
the
year.
Twins don't.
Twins
Clever.
didn't though.
Clever.
We're talking about the
Clever.
Twins.
All right.
Twins did not.
Hold on. What, they got waxed in the wild card round?
I just saw the chat and I interjected. I'm sorry.
All right, that's
They blew an
Blue
8-1
Jays,
lead to the
Blue Jays lost in the
Mariners.
wild card last year.
yes. Okay, so they snuck into the wild card and lost.
And lost.
correct?
Yeah, as they-
Clay,
Okay, so
Clever,
that's
you
on me.
don't-
That's
you
on
don't
me.
think-
So no, but okay, to the chat, fair, prove the point. No playoff success though, right? With the Blue Jays.
Yeah, Rick,
Absolutely none.
I agree with you. I think this is if the Blue Jays don't win this series, we have to look at them the same way we look at the White Sox core that just got blown
Yes.
up. A bunch of really talented guys.
I mean, another
never
one.
amounted to anything.
They're lucky they made that run last
Fair.
year, but the Padres are paper tigers too.
I agree, and the Padres are going to cut payroll again this
The
year.
Mets are a paper tiger. The way they built
and
that
we've
setup,
also
like,
already like 20.
We've already torn that down.
yep.
But no, Stan, I don't think going 0-18 affects what's going to happen tonight or today at all. It's that, you know, that's a narrative people who haven't watched the Twins this year. So it's easy to say 0-18, but they don't know who the players are on the team. Like they don't know who Royce
It's a
Lewis is.
historical narrative that until it gets broken, I bet has an effect on the clubhouse. When the Red Sox didn't win for 100 or something years, you don't think that's in their fucking minds?
No, I don't.
Yeah, Clemmer,
For sure is.
No?
That's nuts.
No.
Clemmer, I have a
nuts.
That's what
question.
I'm saying.
That's
for
nuts.
Sure.
No.
That's somebody who's never played sports.
Okay. Once again, go back to that. You don't.
Let him go.
And I have not to the same level you have, Smith, and you played in college, but I played in baseball. I was going to compete today, but I guess that's not going to happen. Royce Lewis is a very good player. That's an exciting guy. If you don't know who Royce Lewis is, and you're going to lean on the 0-18, then I don't really care about your opinion.
No, I know who Royce Lewis is. I know he had more Grand Slams this year than like any player in the history of the game. I understand he's a good fucking player, but if you're relying on Royce Lewis to get you out of a 0-18 slump,
Why?
you're probably fucked.
Why?
We'll see.
But why are you fucked if that's
Let me
the
ask you a
case? He's
question.
a very good player.
Twins get swept here.
That's how you win is with talent, Smitty. That's how it works.
Twins get swept here. Does it matter?
Glamour.
Oh,
Does it matter? No, it doesn't. I mean, does it matter? Yes, it ends their
20
season.
then?
But like, what?
They're 0-20. Would it matter for next year if they get
No,
swept?
no. The thing I would see, all right, these guys, that same core in theory got swept last year. They got to overcome that this year. But what happened in 2006 has no effect on this team. None.
Can I ask a question?
It's a lazy narrative it's a very lazy narrative.
Do you,
It's a historic run.
Okay,
Crazy.
you know whose record they beat? I'll tell you. It was the Red Sox, who got swept in 88, swept in 90. Obviously, they lost in 86, the 2 games there. And they lost, and then in 98, they broke it. Did that affect? You think when Pedro Martinez took the hill in 1998, he was thinking about them getting swept in 1995 or 1988? No, of course not.
I'm almost rooting. No, I'm not almost rooting, but I am rooting for the Twins to get swept.
Okay, then root all you want. I don't care.
Clemmer,
It's going to be funny when they don't.
I like Joe Ryan. I like my guy Joe Ryan.
Clemmer,
Ryan's a nice pitcher.
have you seen 40-Year-Old Virgin?
I have.
Do you know the line where they say you build the pussy up too much?
Yeah.
Like you build it up, you're making it something bigger than it isn't.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's true about the curses with the Twins?
So here-
that's my thing with the
So
curses.
you know the
Like,
movie-
it gets so big where it's like you start thinking about it. Like it's not like a 5-game one. When it's 18, it's a thing. It's a narrative in the media.
In the media, sure, I guess, because it's, once again, it's a lazy, easy
They have
narrative.
to answer questions about it.
Yeah, and they're probably like, I don't care what happened in
All right, fine,
2006. I
whatever.
don't give a fuck.
I don't know. I just
They probably can't even
I'll-
name players in the 2006 Twins.
aside from that narrative, I'm also giving you reasons why the Toronto Blue Jays should be amped up for this game
Twins are favored.
and this series.
Well, it's barely. It's basically a push.
Just for the chat out chat.
Yeah, the chat makes
Twins,
sense.
Twins
I
is
forgot
minus
that one.
115. The Blue Jays are minus
All those
105.
wild card games last year, other than the Mets, you could tell me. I know Cleveland made it, but filling out a bracket, I'm not great remembering that from last year. You wash a baseball season over. Like I think that's the biggest.
Oh, so then
Wash it
I
off.
guess then I imagine players might look at it the same way, and they probably don't care what happened in 2006. You're making
enough.
my point for me, Rico.
I meant as a guy
Healthy debate.
just watching sports all day long, all year long, like gone. You have to remember it. D-backs, Milwaukee. D-backs going to Milwaukee. This guy, I don't know how to say his last name.
Brandon Fat.
Fat, yeah. It's being touted as the worst pitcher to start any playoff game ever in the history of baseball. We'll see.
It's one of the worst. Now there is some delicacy here. So his numbers are horrible. He's 3.9, 5.78 ERA. He does have a 4.14 ERA since August 1st. He is a very highly touted rookie. He's top 30
not
prospect.
good, though.
No, it's not great.
4.14.
It's not great. No. But it's not as bad as it was. He's given up 22 home runs in 96 innings this year, which is atrocious. And he's going up against Corbin Burns, who's lights out. So good luck to them. Now, I don't like the Diamondbacks in this series, though. Zach Gallen's not as good on the road. Neither is Merrill Kelly.
Fine.
To the Diamondbacks' credit, though, Brandon Woodruff is hurt. He's not pitching this series. He's the number 2 starter.
That helps.
So you have
But Zach
Gallen
Gallen
has
against
to
who?
go get 2, and then we're going to 3 with Merrill Kelly against who?
it might be Freddie Peralta.
So why do you not like the
Freddie Peralta's really good. He struck out over 200 guys this year. He's a very good pitcher.
Clemmer, you said his problem's the home run ball. The Brewers are 24th in home.
Gallen does give up home runs. He's very much, having watched all his starts, he's very much like DeGrom. He's going to go get
Well,
you
fat,
9
too.
strikeouts, and DeGrom it always felt like gave up a home run as
Watched
his,
every shot.
almost all of them. I watch him every day. Gallen's
I don't doubt
track
you.
the things. He almost always gives up a home run and is how they get a run against them.
I don't care about that.
It's not. They don't dink and
I wanna
dunk
see you
him.
watching
It's a home run.
No, I think it's because he's usually around the plate too. Like he has got great control, so that's how you're going to beat him is by hitting a home run.
Like the other night, Friday night, I watched that. Houston hit a big 3-run bomb.
They
Again.
did, yeah. That's what happens. And that's
They got
how
their
he's
runs.
Now, to Gallen's credit and the Diamondbacks' credit, the Brewers are a horrible slugging team. They're 14th, second to last National League in slugging percentage. They do a marvelous job hitting guys over. Like I think they're 7th in runs, but they're 14th in slugging percentage. So that tells me that they take advantage of every opportunity to get. Because Craig Counsell is the best manager in the National League. I like the Brewers in this series, but I like them less than I did when I found out Woodruff was hurt.
This guy's got to get through. He can't burn the bullpen tonight.
I like the
If I-
D-backs in 3.
You like the D-backs.
D-backs in 3.
Gallen's going to take game 2.
Plus 150, by
That's
the way,
a
to win
game
that series.
Do you guys think that baseball managers are the least important managers in all sports?
100%.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I think in all
What?
sports.
I don't know about
I think in
hockey.
all sports they're the least.
No,
I don't know about
first
hockey
of all,
either,
it's
actually.
basketball is the least important.
Really?
Which is shocking because Doc Rivers cost the Sixers like a
I
generation.
don't know. Well, what about like Spoelstra? He's done so well with the Heat, even after LeBron.
I think it's just managing personalities, but Baseball,
They have more egos in
you're
the-
changing a lineup. You're making the right guy come in for a
bullpen moves.
I feel like the GM's doing most of the things.
Yeah, but in the game, you're still going to the bullpen.
Brewers, by the way, the best ERA in the National League. So Counsell knows how to work his pitching staff. They have maybe the best closer in baseball.
I mean,
too.
it's definitely important. I'm saying out of all of them,
Imagine what Counsell would have done with a staff of, let's say, like Verlander and Scherzer.
Well, those guys sucked, so
Do you-
probably nothing.
For baseball, do you think that this is a thought that you guys know I'm not a big baseball guy.
true.
Do you guys think that you really can tell who a good manager is in October, meaning how they deal with the lineups in like win now modes? Like I think managers are way more active.
There's
in
just a
October.
bigger microscope on them.
But I'm saying, isn't there way more managerial moves in October compared to like August that like you could really see what a manager is able to do?
Which is because more people are watching.
I can see what Dukes is saying. Like every October, how many times you say, "Oh, I can't believe Dave Roberts is taking his pitcher out this early."
Right.
Or,
I think
But,
it's like way more
but people
strategy,
weren't
right?
watching in August. They might have had the same complaint then.
Again, this is also coming from a guy who only watches in October.
That's exactly.
that's a
and I
very
don't think
fair
you're
take.
alone, Dukes.
yeah.
And with the managerial point, the Phillies, just look at the Phillies with Joe Girardi compared to Rob Thompson. Definitely the same roster last year.
No.
And
I think it makes. I get like they mean. I'm saying this out of all sports. This
You don't mean as much as the
this
NFL head
camera
coach.
really is making me look so white. I can't even look at myself.
It's like yellowish.
It's really,
I
really
can't wait
gross.
to see you in person.
But yeah, I think that. So who would the Astros play next?
The Astros would play the winner of Rays Rangers, right?
I think so.
That's
no,
Yes.
they're playing Twins Blue Jays.
Oh,
Yeah, Twins are the 3.
Yeah,
My bad.
that's what I mean. The Astros basically have a walk into
Yeah.
the World
Yeah.
Series.
I don't know if that's true. The Blue
100%.
Jays have a lot of talent.
Astros are will
I mean,
smash
the
The Astros have some problems. We'll
I
get
could see
to
the
them
Blue
later.
Jays- I could see the
The
Blue-
Astros are not as good as you may
I
think.
could see the Blue Jays getting pesky with that.
But they always do it.
They always do it,
in
right?
October.
They always do it.
Always find a way.
We know Smitty.
Always.
Smitty, I agree with you, but
It's again
I
easy
think
narrative.
That was one,
Winning
too.
the World Series means nothing last year.
You love to shit on my futures. I had a very great take last year. I said the Astros were plus 350 to win the World Series. I know it was boring. You were never going to get the Astros in that series price at plus
I
350.
don't shit
I
on
remember
that. I shit
was a
on
good
when
one.
you take the entire
They're 450
playoffs.
All right, hold on. let's end this once and for all.
You took every
Baseball was the first sport back after Joey B shut the world down, okay? And the Fouch man. I was a little excited. I took 3 on each side. Then the Cubs, I was doing shit with Carl. I'm talking
3
to
on
Carl.
each side is
The
insane.
Cubs start out like 16-2. I'm like, give me the Cubs. Like, I was excited. All of them made the playoffs, and the A's had a lead in every game against the fucking Astros. So don't say the A's was a bad bet. The A's had a lead in every game, sometimes twice. Had the lead in the 3rd inning, had the lead again in the 6th inning. Blew it all. The A's were a World Series champion caliber team that year.
The A's were the first time.
How's
ever-
Matt Olson doing this year? How's Matt Chapman? Fucking bum.
Matt
They were in the
Chapman's
middle
not
of
doing that good this year.
Olson would hit 50 though. No,
Pretty good,
He did.
Phil.
Rico, he did. And the A's was the first time
he's
that
been
I
good.
rided with you. That was the first time I was a rider.
they were good. I was excited. Sports were back. Sue me.
You
I want to
also had-
sit in my house like this.
Chat wants a
Put it up
fact
my
check.
nose.
Chat wants a fact check.
You put it up your nose. You put it up your ass.
Rico, do you know who was president when the world shut down?
Yeah, but they were already working the back channels.
Okay. Chat wanted to make sure.
They were working the back channels.
I agree with Rico.
They were working the back channels.
yeah. It was an inside job.
An inside job. Give me my red hat. Does the chat want the red hat back? All right, the late one is the one Smitty cares about the most. Marlins, Phillies. Phillies minus 155. Luzardo on the hill for the Marlins plus 135. You guys got Wheeler, which is crazy. That of all the Mets starters, man, Wheeler is the guy.
He's gonna have the most career wins.
I will
Crazy,
say,
dude.
Smitty,
Crazy.
I think it was last week, you and Booze said this is like the last team you want to play, right?
Yeah, out of the wild card teams, for sure. This is.
Why would you want to
the
play a
last-
team you've played 18 times?
Yeah, no, I
well, now I
agree.
think
I
because
agree.
we play the whole
Less.
league,
Look.
it's a little bit less, but the most. What is it down to?
13.
Yeah,
Oh, 14, 15? Yeah, okay.
Historically, over the past few years, the Marlins have just been pesky against the Phillies. Just every single fucking game for whatever reason.
They've
The
been pesky
Marlins
against
always
everybody.
seem to find a way to give it to them, and the stats back it up. The Phillies lost the season series 6-7 against the Marlins this year, even though they outscored them by 10 runs. Like they're just.
The Marlins are the worst team in the playoffs. This team is a trash bag playoff team. Their 2 top pitchers.
Shut the fuck up and let me do a preview, you motherfucker.
I thought you were done.
No, I'm not done. I'm not even close to done.
Yeah.
There are a couple things to talk about why this doesn't terrify me. The Phillies should win. They're a much better team. They're beyond more talented, but they need to win tonight because I do not trust Aaron Nola in Game 2 being volatile as fuck out there on the mound because Aaron Nola against the Marlins does not bode well at all for whatever reason. Last year, the Marlins hit like 8 straight hits against them, and he just doesn't shut them down. You need Zach Wheeler to come out tonight, which he has done against the Marlins, to shut their shit in. Jorge Soler, don't even pitch them. I don't care. I don't care if the bases are loaded. You do not throw him a strike. He is one of the only 4 people that can possibly hurt you and will hurt you the most. Do not pitch to Jorge Soler. Other than that, De La Cruz kills the Phillies for whatever fucking reason. Arias is coming back with a bum ankle. Okay, sure, why not? They should be fine against them, but they're just pesky as shit, and they have a lot of value on the gambling card. They just do.
A lot of tape.
They just do. In a 3-game series, if this is a 7-game series, nothing to worry about. Phillies in 5, maybe in 6. This is a 5-game series, fine. Phillies in 4, maybe in 5. 3-game series, it's something to be not 100% happy about.
Yeah, what do you think about the 3-game wild card? Because to that degree, like, you're right. Like, I mean, you win the first one, you're there. Like, I agree with you. Like, the Phillies,
but you're not.
The Phillies don't give their best effort in Game 1. Now their backs are up against the wall. I'm saying you're not there. Obviously, the Phillies, but it's like any weekend series. Like three games. Marlins steal 1. Holy shit, the Phillies are now playing with their back up against the wall. It's an interesting dynamic. It's very
the left-handed pitchers the Marlins have to throw against the Phillies lefties are tough. The Phillies don't hit Luzardo. That's who's pitching today. They just don't. They don't hit Luzardo.
I would have liked your future if Alcantara could get it together.
I took that.
Smitty, I have a question. Would you rather the 3 games or just the 1 wild card?
No, I hated the 1.
No, 3.
I liked the 3.
The 1 to me. Here's the other thing. It always came down to they only ended up winning the wild card by like 2 games or 3 games. But when that second wild card team was 5 games below or 4 games, I beat you by 4 games over 162 games. We're gonna let 1 game on a Tuesday in October and the wild card where anything can happen dictate what it was. I just beat you by 4 games. Like, that's not fair.
2021 Cardinals Dodgers. I think the Dodgers won like 106 and the Cardinals won like 91. The Dodgers had to win on a walk-off.
Yeah, it's like
their season was on the line.
I don't like that. I didn't like the 1 and done.
What's not talked about enough with the Phillies.
How many games did we have an advantage over the Giants in 2016?
Oh, we were tied.
Tied?
Yeah,
we barely got in that year. All right, so then that's fair. So then that's the 1. Like, if it's a game, do it. But
it's not.
And Clemmer, I apologize. That was a blast off by me. I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
Yell at him.
I'm nervous.
You can take it. It's funny.
Phillies haven't played again. The Eagles haven't played.
But I'm nervous.
Back to my point now. Smitty will allow me to speak. The Phillies are an incredibly talented team. The Marlins are the worst team in the playoffs of the 12 teams, by far, I think. Their top 2 pitchers, Yuri Perez, Sandy Alcantara, are out. By the way, Vegas agrees with me. I think the Phillies are minus 210 to win the series. I actually took them. I like this bet a lot.
There's no chance those guys come back, by the way, right?
Who? No, they will not come back. They will not come back this season. I really like the Phillies to sweep the series. You can get that at plus 180. So I jumped on that. That's how good I think this Phillies team is, how bad this Marlins team is. They have Soler. They also have Jake Berger from the White Sox, who's been pretty good for them.
Very good.
But Arise is coming off an injury. I don't know how great he's going to be, and he's the best contact hitter in baseball. And the rest of that lineup is not good. You're going to have Luzardo tonight, who's good. Then you got Braxton Garrett tomorrow, who's and then you got Edward Cabrera in Game 3 if necessary. Like, that's
all 3 of them have pitched historically well against the Phillies.
The Phillies hit lefties better than righties. Their slugging percentage is 20 points higher against lefties. Remember, every game also is in Philadelphia. I don't see the Marlins winning a game here. The Phillies are that much better. The Marlins are not good.
I hope not.
I don't want to call it a square take, but
a square take. I'm taking a plus 180.
I do think I already told you my script yesterday. What I think is going to happen. I think there's going to be 1 game where the Phillies hit like 6 home runs. You'll have all the clips, bedlam at the bank. Here we go. Mm-hmm. Phillies 16-1, and then the Marlins just win 2 1-run games. They're going to walk out that series. It's like, damn, I can't believe the Phillies lost this.
Josh Bell, too. Josh Bell has been a thorn in the Phillies' dick on the Pirates, on the Nationals, on the Cleveland Guardians, the 1 game we saw him on there, and the Marlins. Josh Bell fucking crushes us.
You know what?
They should be fine. They should be fine.
You know what's
should
crazy
be fine.
about
They'll be
the Phillies that's not talked about enough is like Michael Lorenzen pitches like a perfect game, no hitter or whatever, and he's not even on the wild card roster.
He's been horrible since then. It's so
Not even
weird.
on
His
the
ERA is like
wi-
6 with the Phillies.
Yeah,
it's so strange.
but I mean, he's still probably this kid Orion Kirking. He's been on the roster for a week, and he has electric stuff. I think he's the future closer for the Phillies. To choose him over Lorenzen,
Well,
it's crazy.
It's tough. It's a tough look, and honestly, I think if Lorenzen wasn't a one and done, most likely he's a free agent after this year, and Taijuan Walker wasn't here for a couple of years, that might have been a more realistic decision make because Walker's been.
You also see rosters change a lot too. So this is only for 3 games. So you might see Renton on the LCS
It's
roster.
crazy that he's as people that don't really watch the Phillies every day, like that guy pitched a fucking no hitter,
No hitter, and then
he's not even on the wild card roster.
Yeah.
It's not like he's not pitching or starting. He's
been bad
not
since
on.
then. But I wouldn't be surprised if you see him as a long man in the next round.
I could definitely see that.
All right. So what are you
see.
what are you playing, Smitty? I know you probably have some kind of Philly setup, Philly parlay. Got to get a hit. Got to steal a base. Like, what do you like?
Not to be honest, I'm enjoying this game as a fan. I think there's a lot of value betting the Marlins. To be honest with you, if you want to go that route and go anti-Phils, so the only stuff I'm taking tonight is the unders, no run first inning and under 7.5. I think those are great bets.
Okay.
Great bets.
Marty, what do you like tonight?
Well, can we haven't really. It's still early and stuff. We should talk about little college football.
Well, the odds just came out for the Heisman, so that was what I was writing down.
Perfect.
Because a guy jumped out, but
we didn't talk about any of the games.
you should give the baseball. You might as well give the baseball off the segue. I'm only playing the Blue Jays minus the 1.5 plus 165.
I have the Rangers tonight. I have the Blue Jays. I have the Diamondbacks, and I have the Marlins tonight.
Fire away, huh? What do you like?
I have the Blue Jays money line. I have the Brewers run line. I have the Phillies sweeping the series plus 180. I have the Twins Blue Jays series going 3 games. That's minus 110.
Okay. All right, college football. The Heisman odds just bumped up or just popped up, updated. I wanted to take a look at that, but I also kind of felt like I'm going to touch on this on Pick'em. Is it a little disappointing that it hasn't, Smitty, even as just a viewer, and maybe this is why guys like you and Clemmer haven't fully got immersed in it. We have not had a great 12, even one game, I feel like. Big ranked matchup, good at 12 o'clock, at 3:30, and at 7, where you are like, oh, my God, I can't believe that game. And then you go to, oh, my God, can you believe this game? It hasn't put it all together, really, which is what I'm hoping, though, because that 1 week it all blows up. You know what I mean? So, maybe it's just testing our patience. Can we get through while it's being kind of, I don't want to say boring, but while it hasn't been great, like Duke Notre Dame, great game. That was it. Can you name any other games that were really good the rest of the way? I know Georgia Auburn was okay, but it hasn't been
Colorado USC
chaos.
Good, but it wasn't that good.
It wasn't that
LSU
good.
Ole Miss?
Yeah.
LSU Ole Miss at
was good.
7:30. That's a good one.
I watched that Colorado State game. I know it wasn't that important because Colorado State's kind of a nothing.
That was weeks ago, though.
Oh,
I'm saying
no, other than
one
this
day.
season.
I'm saying one day. Boom.
Okay.
The
The
whole
college.
slate being
Yeah.
That's what we talk about. The college football Saturday. It hasn't really got there yet.
Okay.
So there's a lot of ranked matchups this week. I'm hoping it kind of blows up. Heisman odds. I wrote a guy down. I don't know if he can really get it done, but it's a contrary or a play strictly on the numbers. Quinn Ewers is 9-1. Okay, who do they have this week? Red River Showdown. Dylan Gabriel 20-1. He's completing. They haven't played anybody. He's completing 75% of his passes with 15 touchdowns and 2 INTs. If they get past Texas, he's going to have to play well, and that's a marquee win. The rest of the way, UCF, Kansas, Oklahoma State, West Virginia, BYU, TCU. Now, Oklahoma has never got through or rarely gets through undefeated. They always kind of fuck something up. But, man, the Big 12 is not what the Big 12 was. Big 12 is not good. They don't play Kansas State, who could screw them up and has screwed them up in the past. I want to make sure. Yeah, they don't. If you think Gabriel can get it done, 20-1 is a decent price.
Go through all the odds?
Yeah, so it's Caleb Williams at 2-1,
Ugh.
Penix at 4-1, Bo Nix at 9-1, Ewers at 9-1, Jordan Travis at 16-1, Dylan Gabriel at 20, Jaden Daniels at 25, J.J. McCarthy at 30, Cam Ward at 40, and Drake May at 40. I think there's something to be said for those two.
You
long
conveniently
shots.
left one off, I think.
I'm only reading the graphic.
So I'm looking at this then. Marty, I know this just goes back. We could talk about this when Ev's here, but Kyle McCord, 40-1.
Yeah, I'm seeing
I
that
think
too.
that's
Sam Hartman and Tyler Van.
I only
Dyke
went.
are also
I only
41.
went via the graphic. It
I
seems
think
like they
Right.
went with.
I
I
think
apologize.
McCord-
No, you're
kind
good.
of-
I thought you were looking at the list.
That game that they won didn't help his odds at all. I feel like.
Still, 40-1 is pretty.
I think 30 or 20, whatever, for Drake May is actually kind of crazy.
I'll give you one too that just jumped out. I mean, shit. If you believe in him, Tyler Van Dyke at 40-1. Miami's putting something together, bro.
Crazy.
I fucking love Miami.
Miami.
They beat-
Van Dyke. I was betting on last year, and he couldn't. He had some bad spots.
Yes.
But the year before that, he was really good, Van Dyke. So like,
Say they smoke Florida State, that's flying up.
Why did you make a noise when you heard 2-1 for Caleb Williams?
I think that Penix should be still above him.
it's Williams to lose.
Caleb Williams is
You think
so
about
good.
it.
I get it. I'm not a back-to-back guy. I like new people getting it. It's stupid. I understand that. He's
They don't usually get back-to-back, so maybe there's some reason behind that.
No, I know. I mean, he played also the worst defense of all time last week, and he put up video game numbers.
Yeah, but
still.
eyes were on him.
Yeah,
and that
he's
matters.
been putting up video.
Oh
game
no, it
numbers
matters.
all
But
year.
know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
that anyone Bo Nix put up 41 against Colorado, and that was eyes too. I guess. I get it. I understand. He's by far the best quarterback in this class. He should be the Heisman. But Penix, I also do think when Penix plays Oregon, I think he can jump him.
I know Dave thinks that.
I hope Oregon.
Dave thinks his Notre Dame ticket is done with Hartman.
Oh,
I
think
disagree.
Oh, I think it's done.
You're telling me he outplays Williams and Notre Dame beats USC? You know they play each other.
Done.
But they also he had two marquee games that he put up
Rico.
21.
All right, put it. Okay.
Dead.
It's one game, and
Fair
he already
enough.
had two that he
Think
missed.
about all the other pieces in the Heisman, too.
Yeah.
That they'd have to fucking tank.
He missed.
You know what I'm saying?
Notre Dame could still get back to the playoff.
100%.
Oh,
Sam
that's
Hartman
different.
can't get back to
Yeah.
Radio City Hall.
Okay.
Dude, because he put up 14 against Ohio State, right? Or 17, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then he put up 21 at the last second against Duke. I think it was just he had his chance. I think it's kind of passed. Bo Nix has a very good chance.
Yes.
He can put up some numbers against
But
Washington.
it's like, I don't know, all of a sudden it's these guys go into these games and then they lose a game and it feels like the team success hurts them for the Heisman.
It does.
It does. It's stupid, but it does.
So that was more my point with Hartman. If his team wins all the way through, he's then rising above
But
Williams.
No, that's
No.
it. Because talent at some point does.
Yeah,
Look at
fair enough, but
Lamar Jackson.
A lot of times they'll lean to the guy who won the big showdown game, head to head.
Johnny Manziel, I think, had 2 or 3 losses this Heisman year,
Right. Lamar Jackson had 3 losses and lost
Well,
to
that's because
Deshaun
they
Watson.
had, but they
Yeah,
have
that
to go.
Alabama
You have
game.
to go astronomical in terms of numbers to do
Yeah.
that. It's more so best player on the best team. Notre Dame can get back in
Caleb
the playoff
Williams-
picture. That's all I was saying.
If Caleb Williams loses,
I'm with you. I'm here.
Yeah.
with you.
If Caleb Williams loses to Ohio, no, they don't play Ohio. Who else do they play?
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. If they lose to Notre Dame and then one Pac-12 team, he's done.
Right. But he still might have been the best player of the whole season. That's where the
100%.
Heisman is really like
It has.
it doesn't have the true criteria. Because is it just the MVP? Is it the best player on the best team? It's a really I know you could say that basically with anything with the MVP, but they've given the MVP to guys on bad teams
I'll give you
openly
one.
in other sports. You know what I mean? I don't know. The Heisman's it's very weird,
You're-
and the voting is fucked up because you got a lot of guys. It's regionalized. They don't vote. The national media. I love Francesa. He openly said he didn't stay up late to watch some of those games.
Yeah.
I was like, Mike, you been paying attention to Boise? He's like, nah, they're on too late. It's like the Mountain West is a fun conference. That's a problem when you got guys voting.
I think one that's intriguing with your logic would definitely be J.J. McCarthy.
Because they'll
Games
be
left on the schedule. Besides that shit game where he threw 3 interceptions, they got Bowling Green. I forgot who they played. He's been pretty damn accurate with the football. He's thrown a lot of touchdowns.
You don't think with Drake May though?
I definitely
I think Drake May's
May.
going to drop too.
Because I don't think Carolina can run through the
Right.
the
The fact that
gauntlet.
he's even, I think they're already overachieving this year.
I'll tell you what though, the
everybody,
ACC is very good now.
but that's what I'm
you
saying.
start
He
to
has
add
a
this
lot
up.
of teams where he could.
Clemson's still okay. Duke,
Duke's
good. Florida State, Miami, Louisville and North Carolina are really, really good teams. Like, they're legit. So the ACC is a fun one. I said the Pac-12 is must-watch. The ACC might be must-watch as well. You get some high-level guys there.
I think Cristobal is legit.
Yeah, it's fun. All right, we could do this hypothetical, too, to kind of end it. As a casual football fan, Smitty, more so, what's a dream playoff right now when you look at the top 25? You could pull up the top 25. What is the just erotic four that you would be like, and for mainstream media, the people who don't watch college and go, oh, there's too much scoring, and how could you watch it? I don't know any of the players. Like, if you love football, you should love college, but what's the dream four?
Yeah, switching it up a little bit would be nice. Like, get Georgia and even Bama out of there. I'd like to see Texas back. I'd like to see the best team out of the Pac-12, whoever that may be in the end, whether it's Oregon or USC or Oregon State. That'd be nice. Ohio State, just to see them get heartbroken again, and then one outlier. Maybe not like a Cincinnati or a TCU, but somebody who shouldn't be there. Who would that be?
Washington State.
I'd
love Washington State.
I'd love to see a Pac-12 team get it.
So
Wazoo making it in the year where the Pac-12 disintegrates and it's just them and Oregon State against like the whole Pac-12 would be so much fun.
I mean, the true answer is this. Like, when people go, oh my God, I can't believe this four. It's Georgia, Michigan or Ohio State, Miami and Texas, or Florida State. That's the dream.
Yeah,
For me, I have a different one because
or actually, USC as well.
That's who I would want.
Yeah.
I'm an NFL fan, so I want to see Caleb Williams. Like, that's exciting to me. So I would like to see USC versus Notre Dame. I know that's like really corny, but like
you're gonna see that in the season. There's no way.
Yeah.
Like,
And
I'm trying to play it.
Yeah.
that would be my dream matchup. Like, as a very casual NFL fan.
Who does anybody in the SEC have a legit chance other than Alabama and Georgia at this juncture? And yes, I know since he lost in Miami, I home studio. Oh, great tape.
I hope Georgia doesn't make it.
Fucking years ago.
I hope Georgia
Young
doesn't make it.
fuck. And TCU last year.
I think only other team in the SEC. I don't really know. I don't know if they can actually. Besides those two, right?
What about
Yeah.
Penn State? Would you guys like to see Penn State in the playoff?
I would not like to see Penn State even sniff.
I personally, while you guys are just researching shit, like, I would personally love to see Michigan, Ohio State national championship. The storyline of like Michigan getting over the hump. Is Ryan Day dead? Like, can he beat Michigan? Like, I think that storyline would be so intriguing.
I actually.
I know that's not a hot take either.
There's a lot. Look, I'll just read off. There's a lot of possibilities where you're like, oh my God, imagine if this happens.
Yeah.
Imagine if you get this: Georgia, Michigan, USC, Oklahoma, Georgia, Michigan, USC, Texas, and they're running the 2006 game 24/7. Georgia, Texas, Ohio State, Florida State.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
Oregon is a big name program.
Georgia's
Washington, I know people won't love. Washington will be a lot of fun. We're in a spot to get. I hope we mix this up with this four. This could be a lot of fun.
I'm gonna bet you something right now. Georgia ain't gonna be in it.
I hope they're not.
They're not gonna.
No, you know what? I actually do. I want a team going for 3 championships. I don't want them to win it. But that storyline, when you talk about the magnitude of a playoff, I think Georgia has to be in it.
Losing the semis.
Give me Miami. Like, there's a lot of
Give me Miami.
big brands,
Wait a second. Does Kentucky have any chance in hell?
No.
They're a really good team. They'll end up with 1 loss.
I think this is why I took Alabama 30-1, because one, that's a long shot for a team that I really do think they have one more team to beat, and it's Georgia. And if they just
oh, you're not respecting A&M, man.
Well, no, this is the last.
That's the one I kind of like.
This is the week. Well, they already lost to.
Yeah, A&M lost to Miami, who's going to be a top 10 team. Out of conference. If you tell me A&M runs the table, they're not going to get in. They'll be the SEC champion.
They play this week.
They play this week.
So yeah, if Alabama beats them, I don't see them really losing after that.
That goblin, that troll is not back there anymore with you, is he?
You can get A&M at 100.
No, I'm the only goblin.
He tweeted something that annoyed the fuck out of him. He's like,
No, go ahead.
What do you do?
He's like, oh, Matt Chapman sucks. It's like he's a 4-WAR player. He's pretty good, but he didn't say it on the show. He tweeted it. Like, that's like fucking cowardly shit. I'm annoyed with him.
I told you that the
troll.
best way for him. I love Meek. I'm a Meek guy. I got Meek back here. He's my guy.
I love Meek too, but that's bullshit. That's cowardly shit.
No, he said
he is best. He is
when
best
I said
when he has a
Olsen and
keyboard.
Chapman, he said Chapman didn't have a good season.
Right, then he tweets it. Like, he could have pushed back on me on the show. Instead, he just
He said it
tweets
to
and
me.
runs away.
I said it. It was my point.
Chapman was a 4.4 WAR player. He's also very good defensively. It's not just
Yeah, that's fine.
offense.
He didn't have a great season. He was better with the A's. Go ahead.
Chat wanted to know Drew Aller. Do you guys think he can win the Heisman?
Yeah, if State Penn runs through, 100%.
I feel like I am talking about like Daniel Jones when you guys were saying like Tommy was like, is he the guy? Is he not the guy? I don't know where I stand on with Drew Aller in that same sense. Like there's some games, some quarters where I'm like, he's the guy. And then I'm like, is he worse than Sean Clifford? Like I go very back and forth with him.
You can get A&M right now in basically a pick'em game with Alabama. Now beating Alabama is tough, but they would get him at home. You get A&M right now at 100-1. The rest of the schedule at Tennessee, that's going to be tough. South Carolina at Ole Miss, but it's the SEC. Mississippi State, Abilene Christian, and at LSU. You know what? Toss the A&M possibility. There's no way they're running through that. Now that I think about it. But I do think if you think they can beat Alabama, which I do, you're holding 100-1 ticket. You know what I mean?
Do you not think that everybody thinks that they can beat Alabama though?
I really do think A&M can beat Alabama. I really, really do.
I really think that a lot of people are thinking what you're thinking, and you're falling in.
I
You're
think
falling.
Alabama
Week by week.
No, we fell into the same.
Fall for the same shit.
We
week
fell
one.
into the same shit with Ole Miss
We're
when
making
Alabama
week one
beat them.
mistakes in week 5, Bosco.
What?
We're making week 1 mistakes
Exactly.
in week 5.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
Alabama.
I've had this game circled for a while.
Alabama has they have it right now. Like
What's the rest of their schedule?
They sucked, and then
They still got Tennessee
and
too.
then they went through quarterback trouble. That he's enlightened now. They 40 against Mississippi State. Mississippi State stuck. So they have Texas A&M. Then they have Arkansas at home. That's a win.
Tennessee's tough.
Tennessee at home.
Right.
That's huge. LSU at home. That's huge. That's huge. At Kentucky, Chattanooga, and then at Auburn. Like, it's not that bad. All the hard games are at home.
Can I ask a stupid one?
Yeah.
What are the standings on LSU's side? If LSU wins out and is a 2-loss SEC champion, do they get in?
They
Same
are,
argument as last year.
So LSU is
Right?
2-1 in conference.
Yeah, is Ole Miss on that side? I think they are.
Ole Miss is, yeah.
How do you not put LSU in if they run the table? Wins over Alabama.
2 losses, I think. that's
Yeah,
what they-
1 to Florida State. Like, yeah, it was a blowout, but I mean, if Ole Miss ends up being like a good team, I don't know. Any team that can get in with 2 losses, I would say it would be the SEC.
Somebody asked,
But there's a lot of pieces in play here now. We're going to have ACC loaded teams. We're going to have Big 12 loaded teams,
Yep.
Pac-12 loaded teams. So the SEC, tough spot.
Somebody asked, why does A&M have a chance, but Kentucky doesn't?
I think A&M's more, well, I guess,
Kentucky beats Georgia this week.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, 100%.
I'd be lying to you if I said I was watching Kentucky film day in, day out.
Of course
Like,
not.
I chimed into a lot of the games. I watched the Florida game full. Is Leary the same guy that he was at North Carolina State?
What do you think, he's better?
No.
Yeah, I know. Well,
No.
it's the end. He's coming off that big injury.
Right.
So,
Like the running back.
you know what,
like Ray
Smitty?
J
I
or
think you might have
whatever.
talked me into Kentucky because they're on the other side. You're right.
I think
You're in on Kentucky now?
No, I just his
You're
point.
with
his
Calipari
point.
now?
His point makes more sense than mine did about A&M because
Right.
A&M's on a tougher side.
Do you think it's
It's
smart?
the same reason I think Wisconsin is still alive to win the Big Ten.
They are
They're
not.
on the other side. You're going to take Iowa and their fucking point
Doesn't matter. They can win out and then
Yeah,
they'll
Cade
lose.
McNamara's hurt.
money fucking.
Cade's hurt too.
Well, they wouldn't play them till the championship. They play Ohio State. That's the problem. Wisconsin has to beat Ohio State now in the regular season, where I could have avoided that loss. I could have afforded that loss early on, and that would have been their only loss, and they get them back in the championship game. Now they can't do that. But Iowa has to, like Brian Ferentz has to average 25 points a game. He can't do it. He can't do it. Whatever.
He's got to go.
He's got to go.
He's got to go.
He's got to go. Got to go.
He's got to go, Clemmer.
He's got to go.
He's got
Fair
to go.
enough. All right. Anything else? Closing thoughts? College football. That was good. I think we're in a dream spot. Like, just list all those names that I put out.
You have like 6. You have about like 12 now.
Yeah. The Pac, like I would like to see any of those Pac-12 teams. And the other thing too, I think
Pac-12 fan.
I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed if it's not USC or Oregon who wins out in the Pac-12. Washington is a lot of fun.
Well, I think Washington.
I think
after
that's a
Washington. The Oregon-Washington game is going to like it's either because whoever loses that game's out. I think. And I think that's what I was thinking. Do you put a future on both of them?
I would. Depends on the
They're
price.
both 18-1.
I would. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like, why not?
So you're trading off. Absolutely. I would put
You're
both.
getting one automatic out of that. It's a huge win. Top 4 team after
Absolutely. I would put both.
that. I have Oregon already. I'm thinking about just doing Washington just in case.
Do you guys want to end by his chat? Not me. Do you guys want to end talking about Bauer at all? Or do you guys not want to talk?
So I don't
touch
know. I watched the video.
not really.
Real quick. I'll do it.
Be honest.
I'll be honest with you. I don't
wanna
really
touch it.
like touching that stuff. I watched the video. It seemed like there's also other girls involved. It's not just this one that he talked about.
There's 3 other allegations.
That's why I'm like, I'm not going to comment. Listen, it seems like he got fucked on that first one. With the information he showed, it is fucked up that can happen. But I don't know the other girls' story. The 3 other ones that wasn't talked about. I think it is crazy, but there's not much else you can say because there's 2 sides to every story.
We just don't know a lot, but I mean, obviously, as a country and a culture, we need to obviously innocent until proven guilty. And I think sometimes in social media age, especially, we can kind of jump to things. But I just don't know enough about it. If these allegations are untrue and it railroaded his career, it's horrible. But I also don't know.
Yeah, that's why it's like people are like, why are anyone commenting on it? Because you don't know.
I don't know.
Just
Yeah.
because of someone. That's a problem with social media these days is you see one tweet and people take it as like the Bible.
Yeah. So
That's it. So
that's where we live. But
I-
I
by
guess
the
that's
way-
a good way to kind of wrap it up.
Yeah, and for the record, I did ask Frank. I said, "Well, you take Trevor Bauer." Frank was like, "You know what? If he's innocent, I take him."
Yeah, but we don't know. We don't know. I don't want to throw
Frank
any,
just
No,
like-
that's kind of how things go. You hear one thing, it gets run with. So
know.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Barstool Radio rocking now. Let's enjoy some playoff baseball. See you tomorrow.
Go Phils.